6 years. Being an animal trainer isn't just a job. It's more of a way of life. We have dedicated much of our personal and professional lives to caring for these animals. It's a huge responsibility and the ultimate privilege to be able to care for, build relationships with, teach, and learn from our whales. We're so honored and proud to share what we've learned with all of you here today and for many more years to come. We hope you enjoy Orca Encounter. We're excited to share their story with all of you here today.
Killer whales are the ocean's top predator. They use cooperation and communication, not just size and strength, to take their place at the top of the ocean's food web. At the bottom are small animals, like krill. At the top, the apex predator, the killer whale. Killer whales are as big as a bus, faster than an Olympic swimmer, high flying and powerful.
We'll see all of that today and more. These and other behaviors provide an environment full of enrichment.
We spend days, weeks, months, and years building relationships with our whales. This creates trust, and that allows us to do some amazing things. For example, when you visit the doctor, you present your arm to draw blood, or step on the scale to see how much you weigh. It's much the same with our whales.
Throughout today's experience, you'll see our whales moving together in unison. These synchronized behaviors allow them to strengthen their social bonds and problem solve as a group. This is just one of the many adaptations that makes the killer whale the top predator of the ocean. Their scientific name is Orca, but they're more commonly known as killer whales. And here at SeaWorld, all 5 members of our pod have their own individual names and identities. The first is Katina, our matriarch and leader at 43 years old. Next, we have Nalani and Malia, and last but not least, our 2 males, Trua and Makaio, Katina's youngest son, who you'll see Shannon interacting with in just a moment. Now, you folks are all here for a very special day. This is actually my good friend Shannon's last show. She is concluding her career with us here at SeaWorld. Now, she's been here for the past 8 years, worked both at Discovery Cove with the Atlantic bottlenose dolphins over there, and for the last 3 years, she's been here with our killer whales. And now, it's been an absolute privilege to get to work alongside Shannon. She is an incredible trainer, a very good friend, and so passionate about sharing these animals with all of you today. Shannon, we're going to miss you so much. And we're so excited that Shannon was able to share her relationship with Makaio with all of you here today. This is one of Shannon's absolute favorite whales. Makaio is such a playful animal, and he really thrives off of creative training sessions. And Shannon excels at that because she has such an exuberant personality. She's so excited to work with our animals every single day. And I know we're really going to miss her. Now, the whales trust us, and they take an active role in their own health and well-being. Now, Shannon's relationship with Makaio has allowed her to do some pretty amazing things. Now, we're able to train our whales to do all sorts of husbandry or healthcare behaviors. Just like you know to hold your arm out so that your doctor can take that blood sample from the inside of your elbow. Killer whales don't have elbows like you and I do, so we're able to take their blood sample from the underside of their tail flukes. Now, there's a vein that runs along the inside of each lobe of those tail flukes. That's a perfect place for us to be able to collect that blood sample. Now, we can share that information with scientists and researchers that are studying killer whales out in the ocean. Now, another important diagnostic tool, not only are those blood samples, but something you're trained to do every day too. You know to step onto a scale and see exactly how much you weigh. Well, killer whales don't have feet either, right? So we're able to ask them to slide all the way up onto a killer whale-sized scale that we have in one of our adjacent pools. And we're simulating that for you right here in our slide out with Trua. Now, but notice, from Trua's dorsal fin all the way down to his tail flukes, that's a very muscular part of his body called his peduncle. Now, it could weigh several hundred pounds. If he were to keep his tail in the water, we would be missing out on all of that weight. Trua likes nice big backgrounds, so we're glad Shannon's able to love on Trua as well. Trua's definitely a cuddly animal. He really likes those nice big backgrounds. He even likes nice big buckets of water poured into his mouth too. So back to what I was saying. To be able to weigh Trua's entire body, we have to ask him to hold his entire body up and out of the water. And just like this. This is how Trua would properly weigh himself. Now this is a behavior that you may see over the course of our presentation, but know that it is one of the most critical healthcare or husbandry behaviors, and one of the first things that we train our whales to do. Now, we weigh our younger whales to make sure they're growing properly, and our older killer whales to make sure they're maintaining a healthy weight.
And the care isn't just physical. Mental stimulation and play are vital, and we surprise and engage with our whales at every opportunity. Play is how killer whales teach their young to hunt. And for the adults, play is important too. It seems that they just enjoy having fun. Making time for play is an important part of life for killer whales and for us.
Well, hi everyone. I am joined by my friend Micah. She is all the way from Indiana. Hey Micah, do you like to play? Do you like to play? Yeah, so do I. Observational learning and mimicry play a critical role in the killer whales' lives. And from the moment they're born, they'll learn by watching other animals and playing follow the leader with their mothers. Do you want to play follow the leader with my buddy Trua today, Micah? Yeah. Go ahead and take 2 hands high above your head and wave hello. Check it out! We've paired different parts of our bodies with different parts of the killer whale's bodies. So hands to pectoral flippers. Try stomping your feet, see what happens. And he stomps his tail loose! Well, killer whales are curious animals too. Now, they've often been seen jumping out of the water to spot their prey, get a better look at their surroundings, or even play. Now, we're going to ask Makaio to do a sighting now. So when you see him, come on over to us. Remember that check mark I taught you? Here he comes. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Okay, he's off to do that sighting bow behavior. So for my audience behind me, when you see Makaio do that big jump at stage, we're going to give him a round of applause. Excellent!
Okay, I think I see what's happening here. Looks like the kids are trying to show off over there, but that's all right, because I'm hanging out on this side with my new best friend. His name is Justin. He's from Canada. Let's hear for him! All right, now, Justin, like I said, that was real cute over there with Makaio, but we got Big Man here, and he is twice the size of cute. So, we got a bigger whale, we're going to do a bigger jump. We're going to do a jump called a breach. Now, killer whales breach when they're playing. Sometimes they breach to stun their prey, but most often they breach to show off. You ready to show off? Let's do it. All right, man. You're going to stand just like that. We're going to make sure Trua's watching you. Go for it. Nice signal, Justin. Now, he's going to make his way down to the bottom of the pool on that run. Every good killer whale trainer knows you always keep your eye on the whale. So, Justin, get real close. Yeah, perfect. Yep. Stay right there. Real close. And then he's going to make his way up. Justin, I'm so sorry about that. I had no idea that was going to happen. You know what, though? Don't worry about a thing. Does anybody have a towel? Oh, perfect. Thank you, Alberto. Like I said, Justin, there's nothing to worry about. I'm going to be just fine.
Well, it looks like you got soaked over there, Nick. How about a big round of applause for our audience volunteers? Well, SeaWorld's research and observation on the killer whales under our care has helped shed light on many mysteries about these amazing animals. For example, we know that a pregnant killer whale has a gestation period of 17 months. That's information that would be impossible to gain out in the ocean. Some information, however, can only be obtained through field observation. That's why we partner with organizations like the Norwegian Orca Survey and NOAA to help advance global education about killer whales. Killer whales are powerful cooperative animals, and perhaps the best expression of that power can be seen when they hunt.
Killer whales stand apart. They have no natural predators, and just about any other ocean animal could be their dinner. Depending on where they live and their chosen prey, they've developed some epic hunting techniques. Off the coast of South America, killer whales will beach themselves, riding in on waves just long enough to catch prey. They'll also create waves that knock animals like penguins or seals from ice cliffs. Most importantly, they cooperate, communicate, and coordinate as a team. Here's footage of killer whales corralling a school of herring. A whale dips in and feeds, while the other whales keep the fish together with swipes of their tail fins.
So killer whales create waves to hunt, and they use their powerful tail flukes to stun their prey. You're about to get a demonstration. For our whales, it means a fun activity session. But for you, it means it's time to get wet. Unfortunately, factors like overfishing and pollution pose a serious threat to some populations of killer whales.
Killer whales are impressive animals, and it's pretty obvious why they're the top predator in the ocean. That means killer whales are invincible, right? Wrong.
Killer whales depend on a plentiful food source and a clean environment. They're completely dominant, yet completely dependent.
When it comes down to it, killer whales are not the most powerful animal in the ocean.
On you.
Through your actions.
Through the choices we all make.
We future of killer whales and the oceans in our hands.
Killer whales continue to surprise and amaze us. They're the perfect ambassador of the ocean, limitless, kinetic, powerful, but still vulnerable.
The challenges that we face can seem insurmountable.
Don't give up. Be inspired.
We can make a difference. The ocean needs our help, and that seems overwhelming, but together we can make it happen.
There's so much to learn.
So much to protect. So much to explore. The killer whale story is still being written, and there are simple things we all can do to make a difference.
All it takes is one choice.